Greetings and salutations, YouTubers and malefactors, back here at Stop Logic Motorsports, and well, honestly, we're still kind of in a holding pattern over waiting for my wheels and stuff. They should be in either Thursday or Friday, so you know, it is what it is. But today, we're gonna do a little bit of focus on these handlebars here. So this right here is the Ape Racing Flex Bar. That's Canada and China's take on the Fast Flex system. I know I did a video on this about a year ago. Ended up never using these bars up but twice on the CRF, and then wound up getting a Mako 360. But we have found the vehicle to use these bars, which will be the CRF 150. So the first thing that I did to these that I didn't do a video on was, you'll notice that the inside of these pivot points, let's see if I can get you a good shot of it. Inside of these pivot points are now threaded. I grabbed a M10, M10 tap, and threaded those pivot points so it would be like the newer generation flex bars, which you put these tusk swivel joints in for your hand guards. Now, so you can tap these bars and threads came out pretty good, but we encountered another issue whenever we were using these bars. So the bar ends of these things are so incredibly tiny, no anchor points for normal hand guards fit inside of them. They're just all slightly too big. So kind of think of it this way. First off, my day job is I mostly do building inspections. I do other things, but for the sake of ease of explanation, I mainly inspect buildings all day. So when you think about solutions to your problems, the first place your mind is going to go, obviously, is to what you deal with on a daily basis. And in my case, it's building code. So to remedy the issue of, you could have drilled out the ends of these bars, you could have drilled and tapped. That's a lot of work. Shank a drill bit, use a bunch of oil, your grips never quite stick right, kind of a pain. So I went to Lowe's, and they've got a similar product at Home Depot, and got these 3/8 inch sleeve anchors for concrete. And yeah, I know most folks are going to say, well, what's the deal with the hexes at the end? Well, that's how they come stock. But then I went on to Amazon and got 5/16 hex tapered bits. Give my handlebars an anchor point. So we're going to see if this experiment works. Obviously, it fits inside the end of the bar. So that part of the experiment is a success so far. Alright. Honestly, electrical tape probably would have done this job better, but whatever. Run what you brung. Let's try one revolution of tape. Alrighty. I have a good feeling about this one. Alright, a little tighter in there this time. And give it old college crank. Woo! That's feeling a bit better. Alright, well that's about on point. So, let's see, we got the left side of this deal. when it comes to these Tusk hand guards, there's actually a couple of instructions you got to pay mind to. First off, the left is going to go on the left. I know it seems obvious, but you'd be surprised when I buy used bikes how many folks put stuff on the right that should be on the left. Your spacer, your M10 bolt, this, and I forget. Oh yeah, the washer is supposed to be between. So basically the way you're gonna put this in is you drop this bad boy in there. You make sure you grease this first. And if memory serves me right, it's this bit to give it a bit of a pivot between your pivot and your bolt. Most importantly, they say make sure you grease this point. I didn't on one of mine and had to take it all back apart because it liked to squeak and stick. Now not a ton of grease. Yeah, just a little bit to just give a little bit of movement. Alrighty. So drop that bad boy in there, and then whoop. It'll press in all the way eventually when you tighten it down. Basically, pop the left on the left. Get the threading started. Realize that you're probably gonna have to adjust your clutch downward, which is fine. I mean, I have this thing way up too high anyway. So yeah, it's a little grease on the pivot point, washer, bolt. It fits onto there. And just make sure you're not going to have these threads on the Ape racing bars. You're going to have to make them yourself. M10 tap. Ren 1010 K9 Cop. Before you cinch everything down and wrench it to heck and back. The other trick is to make all this made up. Kind of the cool part is it all being flexed though. It all kind of fits together really well. So yeah, my clutch I'm going to probably have to pull out a little bit, but it's not a big deal. I believe this is a 13 millimeter, if memory serves me right, or 12. We're going to try 12 first, though I highly doubt it's a 12, but who knows. I have been wrong before. I've been wrong about a great many things. It's a 12. I was wrong about a great many things. And one thing I've noticed about these flex bar adapters is stay on top of tightening them up. They don't just stay tight forever. Actually, they very much so don't stay tight forever. And only you can prevent your handguards falling off in the middle of a ride. Yeah, check it. There we go. We've mounted a set of handguards to Ape racing bars. And repeat the same process for the other side. You know, leave it in the oven, 325 degrees. Add some EVOO, all that right. We'll put a little extra tighten on this bar end for our created bar end mount. Don't want to wrench it down too much because I'm afraid I'm going to blow through that whole anchor again. I don't think I've quite perfected. I don't think I've quite perfected the full deal, but I think we're like a wrap of tape away from having this as a solved science. So I mean, it's on there. It's solid, and it flexes with the bar, so mission accomplished in my opinion. If you see me, you know, on a carrier later, kind of regretting those words, well, you'll be the first to see it on video after they fall off and I go careening down a cliffside or something for my hubris. Well, anywho, hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If you like the content, like and subscribe. If you don't, feel free to criticize me harshly. I also take payment in attaboys, and I'll see you on the next one.